Hi, this is Trey Pass. I'm going to do a review of a show that I didn't even realize it until I saw somebody. Let me tell you how I've. The show is called when the streetlights go on. It was a show that was on Quibbit. Quibbit, I think that's how you pronounce that. That was like a streaming show that was, I think, made just for the phone. A streaming service that I think that started during the pandemic. It didn't last. I think it lasted about a year. It was, I think, created by Jeffrey Katzenberg and stuff. But and it's actually, I think it went. I think that it was a subscription based streaming service. But then I think it didn't get enough either viewers or whatever it was. They went out of business. They got sold to Roku. Bought the series, bought the rights. So they have all the. I guess you can see those shows on Roku. But anyway, I saw on another, somebody was talking about movies and stuff, and they mentioned this movie and the cast and all that stuff. And I saw Chosen Jacobs. I think that's his name. Hold on, let me just make sure. Yeah, Jacobs was in it, and he's the guy, the little kid that was. He was the black kid in the It remake. The black, he played the young, not young Ben, young. I forgot his character, but he was he was only black kid in The Losers anyway. So he played the younger version of him, and he was in it. And I read the synopsis of it, and so I said, that's interesting. So I went to look, and I found it, and I started watching, and they said 10 episodes. I said, okay. So I started watching it, and it went on, and then it ended like after 8 minutes. I said, wait a minute, 8 minutes. And then I started watching the other one. Then that one ended 8 minutes, and then I got onto it because I didn't realize that it said that Quibbit was a thing. And I heard of Quibbit, but I never really got into it. And so Quibbit is it's a short version of these stories. Okay, and they're only usually 8 to 10 minutes. And actually, I really liked it. It was 10 episodes, but the story is basically about it's about a double homicide that affects the lives in the 90s of these teenagers in the 90s. And the main character, Charlie. Yeah, he's played by Chosen Jacobs. He's the narrator of the show. The adult version of his character is the narrator of the story. And there's 10 episodes, about 8 minutes. And again, like I said, it's about this double homicide that happens in this Midwestern town. Okay, and how it affects the kids and stuff and that, and the different people. And like I said, the character of Charlie, he's like the narrator of the story. And you have these teenagers and stuff, and you have a bunch of interesting characters. And again, it's about these two murders that happen, but it's also mostly about how these murders affect the kids growing up in the town and stuff. And like the Charlie works for the school paper and stuff. And he one of the people that got murdered, the young girl, was his neighbor that lived across the street from him. And he knew he knew her, and he knew her sister, who he has a crush on and stuff. And it's basically about these people in their lives and stuff. And again, a lot of things happen in these little 8 minutes. And at first I thought, how can you tell a story in 8 minutes? But the way they present it, really, you don't feel like you're missing anything. So you basically you get 80 minutes, right? Because it's 10 episodes, 8 minutes a piece. So you get about 80 minutes of story, and they break it up and condense it. And it really focuses on that one thing that's happening, one or two things that are happening. And I really enjoyed it a lot. I also want to say a special mention, especially to Chosen Jacobs, who plays Charlie. I thought he was really good because, like I said, he was the newspaper guy, and the murder affected because he literally found the bodies for the two people that got murdered and stuff. So it affects him. And plus, like I said, one of the girls that got murdered was his neighbor, and one of the other people that got murdered was his teacher. And of course, that was this sister of the girl that lived across the street from him that he had a crush on and stuff. And again, it's about life in the small town and how innocence changes and stuff. And you get these murders and that happen, and it's a really good story, really good. I like the way they presented it, and just it really got to me. I started watching it and I just couldn't finish. I had to finish it because it was just that good. And a special mention to Chosen Jacobs, who's Charlie. And then Sophie Thatcher, who plays Becky Monroe. She's the neighbor that lives across the street from him. That he has he's had a crush on her ever since, they were little. And you have another couple of actors in here that, that plays various characters and stuff, people in the town and stuff. And, people that are outcasts and all that stuff. And you get really good performances out of the cast. And I really enjoyed it. It's really good. It's like like I'm trying to think, not Stand By Me. In a way, it's sort of like Stand By Me, and in that he finds the bodies and stuff. But it's about more than that. It's basically how that affects the people in the town and stuff. And Charlie, like I say, he's growing up, and how you have to kind of face real life because these murders that happen and things that affect the other people in the town and stuff. So it's a really good show. I mean, no show. I guess you technically call it a movie, even though it's 10 episodes. I guess it's a show. So it was really good. 10 episodes. Like I said, they're 8 minutes apiece, so they're real quick and they're really good. And I definitely would recommend it. Like I said, this came out back in 2020, so people have probably seen it already. But I'm kind of late to the party with it. But I enjoyed it a lot, and I definitely would recommend it. And again, this obviously I had spoilers in this. I had to put spoilers in this, so don't worry. I'll put that in the title, so in case people want to see it and don't want to be spoiled. But I enjoyed it a lot, and it really just it touched me how this his narration of the story and how things happen in the town. Really good performances from the cast, and I love the way they presented it. It really touched me. And again, like, things get going in that little 8-minute time frame, and then it's over, and then you go on to the next one. And so I like the format they did it in. And unfortunately, like I said, most of these series that came on this Quibbit got bought by Roku. So if you have Roku, you can subscribe to Roku, and you can get. And I'm gonna look and see if they have any more things on their titles, and see if I'm interested in seeing that. And I'll definitely be checking that out just to see if there's anything else on there that I want to see. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it a lot, and I definitely would recommend it. And I would give as a series when the street lights go on, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I really just enjoyed it a lot. I thought it really was compelling, and just one of those movies that just hits you in the feels, and just one of those stories of living in the 90s and coming of age, and how things affect people in the town. So I enjoyed it. Again, 8 out of 10 for me. Anyway, let me know what you think of When the Street Lights Go On. If you've seen it, what do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel, Paul Views and Opinions. Check that out as well. I'll put 3 new videos on there, so check that, and follow the link to my other channel and subscribe to that. Also, please, I also have a link down below to my patron, and I want to say a special thank you to my patron. His name will appear in this video somewhere. I want to say thank you to him for supporting me, always having my back. And again, my patron, it's only $5 a month. I have tons of content on there, tons of unedited content on there. I got everything from Titans to Doom Patrol to Stargirl, Superman and Lois, The Flash Season 8. I got WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, What If, all 4 parts of Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I'm also going to be doing She-Hulk when that starts. I'll be reacting to She-Hulk as well. Harley Quinn, and also Stargirl Season 3. So those should be on my Patreon as well. Again, follow the link to the Patreon. Check it out. Only $5 a month. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long, and take care.